Hey, happy people. So today we're going to make an oyster sauce. Gotta make it vegan and we gotta make it alkaline. So let's get started. I already have a pan here. It has been heating up. I got some avocado oil, so we're going to go ahead and pour that in there. I got here, this is going to be our shiitake mushroom substitute today. These are portobello mushrooms. These portobellos were dried first and then I rehydrated them. As always, the measurements for the mushrooms are the dried measurements, not the rehydrated measurements. So I'll go ahead and add those. Keep the water from the mushrooms because you're going to use it in this recipe too. Alright. We're basically just heating these through to make them a little bit more pliable. And concentrating our flavor here. Alright, and this little bowl here, I got some ginger and some sea salt. Just give this a little stir through here. Let our ginger start to cook down, get some fragrance there. Alright, so now our ginger has sauteed down there. It is very fragrant. Our mushrooms are all warmed through quite a bit there. So now I'm just going to turn this off because we're finished with the stove here. Now, we got to move on to our blender. I don't know if this is going to reach. Oh, look at that. Alright, so blender. We're going to put everything in the blender now. Alright, so all of your mushrooms and ginger. I have here some dates and some alkaline miso paste. You can pick that up at MrStayHappy.com, the alkaline miso paste. My dates have not been soaked. They are just regular dates, no soak to it. They are not dried either. We got some sea salt. I'm going to get that in there. We got some alkaline soy sauce here. This too you can pick up at MrStayHappy.com. Usually the alkaline soy sauce is a little thicker, but I did thin it out with a little water there because it was pretty thick in my refrigerator, so it had seized up a little bit. Alright, and we got some agave here. I'm using the syrup today and not the powder. Alright, and the mushroom water that you soak the mushrooms in. Alright, so we just got to get this all blended up and we'll be done. Alright, so we have stopped blending here, so I'm going to add just a little bit more of my mushroom liquid here just to get it back to blending. Alright, so now we have a nice thick sauce there. Y'all see that? And that is our oyster sauce. Just put this in a jar. Alright, and just keep this sealed up. You can keep it in your refrigerator for about a week. I would say if you are wanting to, very good idea. Ice cube tray, like you would do tomato paste, you know, put it in there, freeze it, and then you can put it in your freezer to make it last longer, and you can just take out a little bit as you need it. I think that's what I'm going to do after this, because I don't need all of this. I do plan to make something with this. Y'all see all these sauces that I'm making, right? So you know I plan to make something with these. So what I have left over after I make the recipe that I want to make, I will actually put it in a ice tray, put it in the freezer, let it freeze up, and then I'll throw the little cubes into a Ziploc bag. So that way it will last me a lot longer, and it'll be easier for me to just pick out a little bit at a time instead of freezing into one big whole Ziploc bag. Alright, so that is it, people. Now you have alkaline soy sauce. Alkaline soy sauce. You have alkaline oyster sauce. To add in any of your Asian inspired dishes, things like that you come across a recipe where oyster sauce is needed. Now you know how to make your own alkaline oyster sauce, so you can continue to keep your meals as alkaline as possible. That is it. Oh, I did not need my strainer, but sometimes there has been a time before, so I'm just going to say this. When I made it, my dates, like the skins on them, just did not, the peel on them, the outside layer, the skin just did not blend all the way down, so I did have to use a strainer to get some of the skins out so it would be quite smooth. Like this one is pretty smooth. It did pretty good on camera. That's good. So you may have to strain it or add more liquid like I had to in the ingredients right here. I did account for the extra water that I added into it during this video, so you might not have to add more if you just use what I have right there, but always keep some extra liquid. I soaked my mushrooms, even though I only used 2 cups, I soaked them in 4 cups of water, so therefore I really had like a lot of liquid left over. So even though we only used like a cup and a half or so, but then we add a little bit more. So again, and always keep your mushroom broth. You can use that in any of your stir fries, your dishes, your wild rices, things like that, and make your own mushroom broth for when there is a recipe for mushroom broth. Alright, so that is it. Until the next video, stay happy.